Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and in this video I have collabed with few of my YouTuber friends from around the world, and we are going to talk about how we or people in general are dealing with this COVID-19 at the moment. I really wanted to include more videos from more countries, but since not everyone is as confident as the other when it comes to talking in front of camera. I do have a few friends who studied abroad, but it was really hard to convince them to, shoot a video and talk in front of camera. But yeah, I respect their choice. Okay, all of my friends are YouTubers, so please do subscribe to their channel and follow them on Instagram. I'm going to represent India. I'm just going to talk in general about COVID-19 in India. Since we all know India is large or huge in population wise, even the COVID-19 cases has reached more than 173K, and unfortunately the total number of death has reached more than 4,000. And right now Maharashtra is the first to have the highest number of COVID-19 cases in India. 28% of COVID-19 cases in India until April 30 are like true asymptomatic. I hope everyone knows that by now, and the best way to prevent from this COVID-19 is to wash our hands, use mask whenever we go out, and maintain social distancing. How is India responding to this outbreak? Ever since the outbreak, Indian government has taken an initiative by providing a screening for international travelers and even for Indian travelers who were found with this case or with COVID-19. They were put into isolation and treated before they were being released. And the next one is how this COVID-19 has affected the economy. And as we all know, we have been stuck or isolated at home 3-4 months by now, and there is a lesser amount of social gathering or shopping and appearing in social or public, which has caused disruption in supply chain or tourism and travel agencies. It really is a bad year for everyone. And I just want to say that let us all stand together in this and fight this COVID-19 and overcome this.
Hello guys, Ben here from England, and my current situation, quarantine, well, it's coming to an end now. Lockdown's been now, 12 weeks? And luckily, we've had the best weather I've ever seen in May in England. Normally it's pouring it down, it's pissing it down all the time. But look, tan's coming back, and yeah, it's been alright, Despite England's being like one of the main places for like deaths and, sad news. It's been alright. I've just been chilling at home, seeing my family and friends, social distance of course, and other than that I've been doing nothing really. Just been playing Xbox, sunbathing and eating loads of food. I've gained about 25 pounds since coming back, but other than that, that's what's been happening here in England. So not much, but hopefully I think it's all coming to an end soon. And I think lockdown's going to be over in about 3 or 4 weeks, hopefully.
Hi everyone, my name is Nimrichon. I live in a small country town called Bendigo. It is in Victoria, Australia. It is 2 hours away from Melbourne. So I've been given this opportunity to talk a little bit about the coronavirus and how it's affected our lives here in Australia. In Australia, there are 7,173 confirmed cases as of yesterday. Out of those 7,000 cases, 6,582 cases have fully recovered. Unfortunately, out of those, 103 people died. And overall, within the last 24 hours, there were 24 new cases recorded. Australia's response to the pandemic was similar to most of the other countries. The first thing that they did was close its border with all the other countries, stop all international travels. They limited public gathering for up to 2 people. They conducted large-wide testing. I also want to mention that during this pandemic, a lot of people were affected. People lost their job. A lot of small businesses were affected by it. Small companies, small startup. A lot of people in all area. I'm pretty sure everyone were affected by this pandemic. So the government gave out $750 stimulus to every eligible Australian as well as permanent resident, which did help a lot of people. I also received the $750 stimulus. The government also gave out funds to people who lost their job in the form of a JobKeeper payment. So we own a small business. During this pandemic, we were lucky enough, by God's grace, we could keep our doors open because it is considered essential, because it's a takeaway shop. We don't have any dine-ins in our store. For whoever that wants to know, it's a pizza shop. So I couldn't go back to work, but my husband could keep the doors open. It sort of worked out well. Like, there was a balance in between that, because we were not going out, we were not doing anything, we were not spending money anywhere. So even if the business was doing not so great like it used to before, it was still making enough money to support the family. Since coming from a nursing background, it was I was very strict with hubby. Whenever he comes back from work, I made him wash his hand outside, take all his clothes in the garage, and then he comes in, he have a shower, and then he holds the kids, and that's when we do our normal stuff. So it was pretty strict, but luckily, thankful enough, Bendigo, the place where we live, there was not much positive cases. So things are looking pretty good at the moment. Everyone's out and about now. Restrictions have lifted. There are still restrictions, but it's not as bad as it used to before. Cases have dropped drastically than it used to before. People are being vigilant, more social distancing being followed as a regular norm now. We don't have any say in anything, but everyone is just washing their hands as much as they can, and also trying to limit exposure or trying to avoid going out even if they've got like a normal flu. I'll be going back to work from July. Fingers crossed that I can start work safely. I know it is daunting, but guys, I can't stress enough, social distancing is the key. Washing of hands, especially health hygiene for ourselves, it's really important. And also with the season changing in India, I'm pretty sure everyone will be having flu and cold, and with all this racism that's happening, I think the key is stay at home, stay safe, and if you have any issues or any problem, reach out to your youth advisor, to your church people, to anyone. Just reach out. Social media is there, and all the youth organizations, all the student union. I think this is the time all of them should come in handy. And if you need any help, reach out to me as well.
Hey guys, my name is Zokim, and I was asked to speak about the coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, and how it has been affecting me personally. I just want to start off by saying, first of all, I hope everyone is safe. I hope you guys are all staying safe and staying healthy and staying happy. Moving on from that, I want to first start off by telling you guys my personal feelings on this whole situation. When it first started, I was really scared, mainly because I am currently in America, and most of my friends and my family are in India. About my emotions on this topic is that I realized how blessed I really am. I am actually very blessed, and I realized that during this quarantine time, there are so many people out there who don't even have a place to go to during this pandemic. And just the thought of someone already struggling with not having a place to stay or food to eat, and on top of that having to deal with all the virus problems going on, it's really disheartening, and my heart just breaks thinking about it. It makes me realize how we take things for granted. Just to know that I have a roof over my head, a bed to sleep in, food to eat every day, it really just opens up my eyes to the fact that I really am blessed. So I just want to remind you guys to stay humble, to stay grateful for the things that you do have. I will not get into this politically, because I do know that there's a lot of different opinions about this whole situation, politics-wise. And I don't want to start any kind of drama or any fight or anything, so I'm not going to give my own opinions about this issue politically, even though I do have my own opinions. Instead, I will be talking to you guys about the social aspect that I've noticed in the beginning, especially in the beginning of this virus starting off, or this lockdown quarantine starting off. I saw a lot of selfishness going on, and just people not thinking about others. I would walk into a store and there would literally be no toilet paper, and the fact that a store doesn't have a single roll of toilet paper left just really blew my mind. And people were posting all over social media videos of them just stockpiling on things. I understand that we're all scared. We all do need to make sure that we have enough resources for ourselves. But at the same time, this is whenever humanity comes into play. We have to think about others as well. Another issue that I want to talk about is racism. There's been a lot of racism going on ever since this virus started. This virus will not discriminate towards any one people group, towards any one tribe, towards any one community, towards any one country. It will not look at someone and decide whether or not it wants to attack them based on what they look like or where they're from. So it baffles my mind why people would do that, why people would use this virus as an excuse to be racist towards each other and to discriminate towards one another, when this is a time that we should all be standing together. By standing together, I don't mean like physically, because this is the time when we should be distancing ourselves from each other. Standing together, I mean humanity-wise, where we should all be understanding towards one another and where we should all be more accepting of each other. All the violence, all the hate going on because of this racism going on these days is unnecessary, honestly. Recently, the lockdown here in my area has ended. Shops, restaurants, and gyms and things like that are starting to open back up. And it's really scary because it could just go downhill from here all over again. In conclusion, I just want to remind everyone, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay humble, stay grateful, and stay loving. This is the time when humanity has to really be shown. That's all I want to say. Okay, bye.
That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy this, and if you do, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and let me know if you really want me to upload more videos about COVID-19. Stay home, stay safe. Bye.